Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome and thanks for coming. For today's class, we're gonna have a little taster, a little demo of what you may see if you were to work with me. For today, all you're gonna need is a tennis ball, something to squeeze between your hand, and a couple of blocks will do, or something to just sit on to support that little tush here as we get into a half straddle position working on this hip. All right, so let's get started finding a comfortable seated position. That could be cross-legged. That could be kneeling like this. You could put a pillow under your bum if you need to, or you can even use those blocks or that stool. And we're gonna start with some extended breath holds on our exhale. First thing, I want you just to settle into your position and breathe in and relax as you exhale. And again, nice tall breath in, getting long. And exhale, just relaxing into your position. A couple more breaths just like that. Inhale. And exhaling, relaxing. One more time. Inhale. And after this exhale, I want you to pinch your nose and hold your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, and inhale through the nose. And exhale. Pinch the nose, hold the breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale. And exhale. Pinch the nose, hold the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale. Nice exhale. At the end of the exhale, hold the nose, pinch the whole nose, hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time, full inhale. Full exhale. Relax at that exhale and hold the breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And soft breathing through the nose, in and out. We're gonna come to our feet. We're gonna find a standing straddle position. So that just means your feet are gonna be about twice the distance of your hips. And I want your toes pointing in the same direction of your knees. So it's gonna look something like that. And as we bended our hips, I want you to be exhaling and think about pushing your tailbone backwards, getting longer with your head and spine. And then inhale as we come back to standing. Let's find a nice full breath in. Fill those ribs and exhale, push that tailbone backwards, get nice and long at the spine. Keep that gaze looking up, push that tailbone, and then inhale, coming back to tall. Fill those ribs. Take your hands, place them on those bottom two ribs, and exhale. Feel those ribs contract as you push the air out. Get nice and long in that spine. And inhale. Back to tall. Fill those ribs. Feel them expand. Exhale, contracting. Nice and long to that spine. Keep those eyes looking up. Feel those hamstrings as you pull back to tall. Breath in. And exhale, nice and long, hinging at those hips. Keep that spine long. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, back to tall. Feel those hamstrings one last time. Feel those ribs. Inhale. And exhale, hinging, long and tall. And inhale, back to tall. And we're gonna come back to the floor here. Find a nice plank, a nice push-up position. So I want your wrists and shoulders to be aligned. And a nice plank, pushing the ground away here. Pelvis is tucked under. We're gonna target 25 push-ups. If you can't get through the push-ups, for whatever reason, I want you to hold your plank. The first 5 push-ups are gonna be on a breath hold. The next 5, we're gonna slowly move through them as we're breathing. The next 5 are gonna be on another breath hold. And then another 5 as we breathe. And the last 5 as we're holding our breath. We're gonna go through a series of 25 push-ups here. If you can, try to follow along at my pace. Full breath in your plank. Exhale. Hold that breath, and 5 strong push-ups. And then slowly breathing. Slow push-ups. Find your plank here on the 5th. Full breath in. Exhale completely. Hold that breath, 5 more. And then slow the breath. Strong push-ups here. Nice and controlled. Find that 5th. Full plank. Push that ground away. Tuck the pelvis. Breath in. And exhale. Hold that breath. 5, 4, 3, Now slowly come back. Breathing as gently and softly as you can, in and out. And let your breath recover. We're gonna come back to standing. We're gonna do some rocket lunges. What do those look like? I'll show you. They look like this. We're gonna start right here. Full breath in, full exhale. After we hold that breath, I want you to kick that leg back and up for 4 times. And inhaling again, relaxing into this position, holding. Inhale and exhale, 3 breaths. 1 more time, inhale, exhale, hold the breath, and 4 more. And hold in. Recover here, 3 breaths, in and out. In and out. 1 more, full inhale, full exhale. Hold that breath, last 4 on this side, 1. Inhale. And exhale. Recover here. And then slowly we're gonna switch sides. You can bring that leg back. Flip over, other side. Starting with our hip inflection, full breath in. And exhale. Holding that breath now. And inhale. And exhale, 3 breaths here, holding that height. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, hold that breath, 4 more. And inhale. And exhale, hold this position. Feel that flexion in the hip. Keep that knee nice and high. 1 more breath in. And exhale, hold that breath, and 4. And inhale. Recover here. Recover and slowly come back to the floor. Shake out those legs. We're gonna do 25 more push-ups here if you're up for it. You can always fast forward ahead if it's not quite your day for 50. Here we go, find our plank. Full breath in. Exhale completely. Hold that breath. 3. A slow breathing. Slow push-ups. Quality push-ups. Find those 5. Full breath in. Exhale. Hold that breath. 5 more. Controlled. Recover on these sets. Find that plank. Full breath in. Exhale. Hold that breath. And recover. In and out. Find that nose. Light, slow, deep breaths here. And we're warmed up, I think, ready to start some movement. Here we go. We're gonna set up in our kneeling 90-90. So I want your knee and hip to be aligned on the back leg and your knee and foot to be aligned on the front leg. All right, we're gonna take our hand and place it just on this hip on the left side. You can take that hand on the right side and just place it on that knee. And I want you to tuck that lumbar, tuck that pelvis right underneath. Fully flex that pelvis as much as possible. And then reverse it, extend it all the way. Think just low back, low back, low back. Extend all the way. Flex it back under. And then tilt it back to the sky. 2 more times, but this time I want you to fully exhale here now. So breathing out. And then big breath in. Pull that diaphragm down. And out. Push it back up. And nice breath in. And then come back to your natural position here. Try to tilt it under just a little bit. Now we're gonna take that tennis ball now. We're gonna take it in that left hand. We're gonna squeeze that ball. We're gonna learn how to do just a quick shoulder car here where we're gonna rotate through the entirety of our shoulder. So that right hand's gonna stay on that right knee. You're gonna bring that arm out in front of your body. Squeeze that ball, a good strong straight arm here. And I want you to twist that bicep up towards your ear. Once you get completely extended overhead, start to spin through that shoulder and reach all the way behind you. Don't let your chest or back come. Spin all the way through that shoulder and then reverse back up overhead. Really remember what this rotation feels like. We're gonna train it again at the end. Spin back in front of your face. 2 more just like that. So reaching overhead, bicep to your ear, and then spin that bicep away from your body as you turn internally into that shoulder. Reach all the way behind you, palm facing up, squeeze that ball and reverse back up and around. Overhead extension and keep spinning. 1 more on this side, up, spin, squeeze that ball, squeeze, 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 and roll through that shoulder, and then back up and around. Awesome. Keep tension on that ball in that right hand. And we're just gonna do little scours here with our hip. So little circles, one direction, and little circles, the other direction. And now we're gonna set up on the other side. Let's take that left hand, place it on that left knee. Right hand's gonna come on that right hip now, and tuck that hip right under, completely flex. And then tilt it to the sky. Tuck it under and tilt to the sky. Now let's take it with the breath, exhaling as you tuck it under and inhale. 1 more time, exhale and inhale. And now naturally come back to that kind of tucked position. Bring it right under, feel that nice stretch, that hip flexor. Take that ball in the right hand, hand on the left knee still. We're gonna reach up, overhead extension. Nice and tall with that shoulder, then spin away, spin into the body with that shoulder. Squeeze the ball behind you. Max out that rotation and then reverse it. Good, strong, straight arm, reach back overhead, bicep to ear, and keep spinning in front of your face. 2 more just like that, overhead. Start to lock in. Remember this rotation through this shoulder. Spin behind you, straight arm. Feel that tricep back up and around. 1 more time here. Spin in front of your face, in front of your face. Last time, up, overhead. Spin, internal, all the way around. Squeeze that ball. External now, back. On the way home. Keep tension on this ball and just give me little scours with that hip, little circles around. And we're gonna change positions. All right, here we are. Now we're on the floor. We're gonna have both knees bent for now, both arms nice and strong on the floor. I want you to think about grabbing the floor with those right toes and pulling that foot towards you so your right hamstring comes on. And then I want you to bring that left knee towards your chest. So flexing that hip. Keep that knee right in line with your hip. And then I want you to spin that heel towards the inside of your body. Once you find your end range, I want you to take that right hand and place it on the inside of the knee and pull a little harder. Find a little bit more end range. Pull into that hand, hold for 4 seconds, and then slide back across. We're gonna switch hands. First, hinge all the way across. Find your internal rotation, Max. Take that hand, place it on the outside of the knee, and pull into that hand a little harder. Find a little bit more range. Pull, pull, pull. And then slide back across, nice and slow. Find your end range. This is your external rotation, switching hands again. Pull into that hand, pull, 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 nice and strong. Pull, feel the inside of that groin, and then slide back across, switching hands again. Take that left hand on the outside of the knee. Once you're in your end range first though, then pull, create tension against that hand. A little bit more end range. Come back to square. Bring that foot to the floor, and we'll switch sides. But before we switch sides, let's get set up. I want you to make sure that that left foot is grabbing the floor. So think about grabbing the floor with those toes nice and strong, and then bring that left knee towards your chest. Find that hip flexion. Once you find that nice alignment, knee and hip are not gonna change position. Slide that heel across to the other side of your body. Find your end range. Take that left hand to the inside of the knee and pull, create a little bit more tension. Pull, 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 hold for about 4 seconds, slide back across, all the way across, all the way across. Take that hand to the outside of the knee and pull into that hand, create tension, feel the outside of this hip, come on. Hold, 3, 2, 1, and slide back across. Come all the way to your end range first. Find that end range. Set up, take that hand inside of the knee, pull, create a little bit more tension. Pull, 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 hold. 2 and 1, slide back across. End range. Hand comes to the outside of the knee. Create that tension, pull a little harder. Pull a little harder. Come back to square. You can let that foot come down. We're gonna do a little bit of knee action here before we move on and get deeper into the hips. So let's bring that right knee right back to our chest. Grab the floor with those left toes. Take both hands, place them against the top of that knee. And I want you to think about creating tension against those hands the entire time. Bend that knee as far down as you can and flex those toes towards your shin. Turn that shin internally and extend this leg about 3/4. Turn the shin out and bend the knee back down. All the way bend the knee before you turn the shin in again. Extend it up, turn it out, and completely bend the knee all the way down. Bring it all the way to your butt. Pull that knee into your hands, and now other direction, extend it up. Turn and bend. Turn it back out, extend it up. Turn and bend. Come back to square and slowly bring that foot down. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So get set up first. Nice and strong, right foot grabbing the floor with those toes. Bring that left knee towards the chest. Both hands on the top of that knee and create tension up against those hands. Bend that knee completely, all the way down to your butt. Flex those toes towards your shin, and then turn that shin out externally. Rotate it, extend the leg 3/4. Turn it in and bend the knee all the way down. Turn it out, extend. Turn it in and bend. And other direction now, extend it up. Turn and bend. Check in, are you creating tension here against your hands? Last one, turn, extend. Turn and bend. Slowly bring that foot back to the mat. And relax your breath here. We'll get set up for our next position. All right, here we are in our next posture. This is where we're gonna need a couple of yoga blocks or maybe a little stool, a medicine ball, or something to seat on. I want you to have no stress on the knee, especially the inside of the knee. Okay, so that's why I want you to raise up the tush a little bit. We're gonna kick this right leg out to the side. Okay, so however you need to get comfortable with this right leg, it's not gonna do too much. All the focus is gonna be on this left side for now. And I want you to turn onto this hip while you keep your upper body positioned out over that left leg. See that? So toes are flexed, and we're turning internally, finding that end range, internal rotation on this left hip. Then we're gonna take this left hand, right hand, and place it on the outside of that hip and help twist even a little further out over that left side. Push back against that hand, those hands. Find that end range. Find a nice breath in. As you exhale, sink a little deeper into that end range. Make sure there's no stress on this knee. We have flexed toes here on this foot. Full breath in. And on the next exhale, I want you to start pushing that leg up back into those hands. Feel the outside of that hip come on and get stronger as you push a little heavier. Start to slowly increase the tension, get a little heavier. Little heavier. You might feel some cramping on the outside of that leg. Push into it a little heavier. Little heavier, twist a little further. And now on the next exhale, I want you to start to pull that leg away from your hands. Think about actively pulling deeper into this hip rotation. Pull, 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 a little further, little further, little further. Hold here, 3, 2, 1, and then let your hands win. Allow your body to twist a little further back out over that left hip. Stay nice and proud and tall in the chest. Let's find one more full breath in. And on the next exhale, again, start driving back against those hands and arms, pushing that leg back up into those hands. Push, 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 increase that tension. Slowly turn up the volume. Heavier, heavier, heavier. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then reverse. Pull away from that arm, pull away from those hands. Pull deeper into that rotation. Keep those toes flexed. Twist into that hip. Proud chest, hold. 3, 2, and then relax into it. Let your hands win. Stay here for just a few breaths. Find that new end range. Allow this outside of the hip to relax. A couple more breaths here. And then you can slowly hinge back and forth on that heel. And feel that internal rotation through that hip. And we're gonna kick that left leg straight out to the side, bring the right leg up, find that hip flexion. Twist that body out over that right side and turn into internal rotation. Nice flex on those toes and take those hands on the outside of that knee. proud and tall in the chest, and twist a little further. Find your end range. Breathing in. And exhale, sinking, end range, end range, end range. Relaxing. Breath in and out. On the next exhale, start pushing back into those hands. And as you do, think about twisting the upper body a little bit further. Turn, turn, turn. Feel the outside of this hip. Stay proud in the chest and increase that tension little by little by little. Hold here. 5, 4, 3, and then reverse. Pull deeper. Try to pull that knee closer to the floor. Turn through this hip. Feel the groin turn on and pull. Keep those toes flexed. Hold. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let the hands win for a moment. Reset. Twist a little further. Breathing in and out. One more. Full breath in. Exhale. Start pushing back into those hands. Push into those hands. Twist further. Push, push, push. Increase the tension. Slowly pushing a little heavier. Slowly heavier. Slowly finding your safest, hardest strength, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now reverse that tension. Pull a little further, closer to the ground with that knee. Pull through that hip. Internally rotate. Twist a little further. Twist the upper body. Proud chest. Hold. 3, 2, 1. And let the arms and hands win. Relax into this new end range. Breathing a couple in and out. And when you're ready, you can slowly release that tension and hinge side to side on that heel. Find that internal rotation of that hip. External. And now we'll do a little work to challenge the space we just worked. All right, we're gonna bring it all together now back on the floor. So if you remember, we did our breath holding push-ups at the beginning. So we're gonna get back into a plank. So I'd like you to set up in your plank nice and strong, but you're gonna take your tennis ball and place it right behind that left knee. Grab onto that ball and you're not gonna drop it. Nice and strong, flex those toes. And now we're gonna do a full circle with our hip. So bringing that left knee up to your left elbow, fight for that armpit and open that hip up and around. Full circle, reach for hip extension, squeeze that ball and bring that knee right back up to your armpit. Open, spin through that hip, reach for extension, squeeze that ball back up to your armpit. And now let's reverse it other way, kick it up to extension. Spin out to the side, squeezing that ball and close it off through that armpit. Up, extension, spin out to the side, reaching, armpit again, close it off. And we're gonna switch sides. Can you stay in your plank, grabbing that ball? Alternating sides, grab that ball with that right knee, set up in your plank, nice and strong. Find full flexion of that hip first. Bring that knee up to your elbow. Fight for armpit spin high and wide. Hip extension, squeezing that ball. Back up, open, spin to extension. Back to flexion and reverse. Kick it back. Extension, squeezing the ball. Spin for the armpit. Close it off. Kick it up. Spin. Close. And kick it back straight. Grab that ball. Get it out of the way. And we're gonna come to our feet. Remember our shoulder cars? Reaching up high and wide and around. We're gonna do those at the same time as we try and do a hip car. Alternating sides. So let's bring our left arm up, overhead extension, and then bring your right knee up, hip flexion. Grab a hold of that left pec with the right hand. And then open as you start to spin that shoulder up high and wide. Can you kick that hip into extension as you reach that shoulder all the way behind you? And come right back to home. And reverse, kick it back. Spin out to the side. Roll up high and wide. And close back off through flexion. And we'll try to switch sides nice and smoothly. Right arm up, overhead. Grab that pec, left knee up, and start to spin and roll through that hip and shoulder together. Find extension behind you, back to flexion, and back around. Kick it back, spin, roll to that shoulder. Keep your spine strong. Reach high, close it off, and we'll meet back on the floor in 90-90. All right, so here we are back on the floor, sitting in our 90-90 position. If this is uncomfortable for you by any means, you can grab a pillow or some kind of block and stick it under this front hip. You can also shrink these feet and make it more of a shin box, whatever is accessible for you today. Find that position. I want you to get nice and tall as you breathe in. And as you exhale, let this back hip just sink closer to the floor. And inhale and exhale, relaxing. And on your next exhale, inhale. I want you to exhale and think about bringing your belly down to your leg, getting nice and long through that upper body. And then coming back to tall as you inhale. 2 more, just like that. Exhaling, reaching long and forward. And inhaling back to tall. And 1 last time, exhale, reach forward. Think about lifting the leg up off the mat. And as you reverse, think about driving the leg into the mat, getting you back to tall. Find that tall position, full breath in. Exhale, spin to that back leg. Think about driving that back knee down. Keep driving that back knee, spinning back to the front. 2 more. Exhale, spin back. And inhale forward. Full inhale, and full exhale. All the way looking back, and back to the front. Inhale. And relaxing, and we'll just set up on the other side. So right leg forward, left leg and back. Remember, that block is always an option. Shrinking this 90 is an option as well. Get nice and tall, breathing in. Exhale, let this hip sink. And again, in and out. And 1 more time, inhale. And this time as you exhale, you're gonna get nice and long. Think about bending at the hips, reaching that belly to the leg, and then tall as you come back to height. Again, exhale, reaching out over that leg. Push that air out, and inhale. Back to tall. 1 more time, reach long as you exhale. Think about lifting the leg up off the mat, and then driving the leg into the mat, coming back to tall. Full inhale. And as you exhale this time, I want you to twist to that back leg, drive that knee into the mat, and inhale forward. And exhale, twisting back. And inhale forward. And last time, exhale, push that back knee, drive it into the mat, twisting all the way back, all your air gone, and nice long inhale. And relaxing here. And we'll just close with some breath work together. Before we go here, why don't we just do a little bit of breath work here together to just close off and focus on our cadence or our respiratory rate. So let's just take 2 minutes to really settle into our breath. So first I want you to just take nice breaths in and out. And just really settle back into that breath, just like at the beginning of class, full in and full out, really relaxing on the exhales. And I'm gonna coach you through, I'm gonna talk you through some timed breath here. So just a couple more, full in and full out, relaxing into your natural breathing pattern here. And 1 more time, full in and full out. And now I want you to take a full breath in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold your breath for me. 5, 2, 1. Full breath in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold for 5, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold 5, 2, 1. Full in. 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold for 5, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 5, exhale, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold for 5, 3, 1. Full inhale for 5, 2, 1. Exhale for 1, 6, and hold for 5, 4, 3. Inhale. Exhale. and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Full inhale. 3, 4, 5. Full exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 5, 2, 1. Now full in. Full relaxed exhale. Settle back in here again. Full in and relax on your exhale. And thanks so much for tuning in. If you're still here, you watched this long, that means you kind of enjoyed it a little bit. And if you want to check out some more, you can please follow me on Instagram. I'm BMC_Mayor, or go to my website for anything and everything. For all the inquiries you need, I'm at mobilitymenu.org. That's mobility menu, all one word, .org. Check it out. Please come ask some questions. Cheers.